This video chart presentation of Bluegrass Energy brought to you by allpennystocks.com with technical analysis by Andy from Understanding Pincher Plays. Bluegrass is NASDAQ bulletin board stock, trading on ticker BLUG. Pretty serious downtrend it's been in from up here around over 50 cents at the beginning of the year to down here now around 5-6 cents. Setting up a base though since this downtrend, setting up some support levels and a pretty serious resistance level. We've got the MACD trending towards zero, which is something that we always look for. We need to pay attention to this histogram though. Trending down, a possible bearish signal line break. What we'll want to see is a bounce off the signal line and the trend to continue towards zero, often referred to as the money line. It's important to see that the zero barrier broken. Coming off the pinch, albeit not a very tight one, you see the negative DI never got up very high. What's important to note here is that this ADX, when it reaches these exaggerated levels, this trend was very, very strong, obviously. When it starts trending back down like this, and now the breakthrough 30 from the north side tells you the trend is weakening, it's actually, by definition, entering into a trading pattern and no longer in a true trend. So what we want to see is the ADX make a curl and break back up through 30. The positive and negative DIs are positioned okay to allow this to try and make a move and gain some true strength to a new trend. The MFIs, we're starting to see some separation now. We're starting to see this 7 get pretty far away from the 14 and 21, which are also in a downtrend, but trying to curl back to the north side. Now, again, they're based on the previous days, so the only thing that will keep these from stopping to turn back down once these days start getting averaged in is a move that shoots this 7-day back up through them with some more volume. So that'll need to see some buying pressure in order to keep these from wanting to catch up and turn back down to the south side. See this accumulation distribution? It's flatlined now for quite a while, even while this selling was going on pretty heavily. Right in through here was when it was real heavy. It slowly found its way and trickled back down, and now it's flatlining and starting to form a channel. So we're going to want to see this continue its move off this base and start to roll back to the north side. The Chaikin money flow is actually based on the accumulation distribution, only it's weighted a little bit differently. You can see now it's actually trading well in the green, which tells you that recently buying pressure has been outweighing selling pressure. So that's a positive thing to note, that the Chaikin money flow is actually trending above zero and putting together a little bit of an uptrend. CCI actually bounced off a negative 100, didn't go into oversold territory. So you look at this to try and continue along with like the Chaikin money flow and see if this can make a move to the north side. Full Stow had a nice uptrend going right through here. This would have been a point we'd have been looking for us to try and make a move right through this area. Scroll up the arrow right through here. It did make a little bit of a move, but the strength just wasn't there to maintain. Now it's getting a little bit more volatile. Once again, down near 20, we're going to look for this to see you're starting to get a hint of a turn. So we're going to look for this to make a reversal. We want to see it break back through 50. As far as the tricks goes, we're seeing another base form through here. See it hit a bottom. Put this on here horizontally. Show that it actually is making a new higher high. It's starting to trend back, albeit very slightly, back towards zero. Right now we're starting to get it starting to flatten back out. We might see a cross, a bearish cross. But overall, we want to see this trend to continue towards zero. It's a good long-term reversal indicator. RSIs are not in a bad position. Right now, just underneath 50, you can see the 14 and 21 also in a bit of a downtrend with the 7, but all pinned relatively close together right around this 45 area. So what we'll want to see with the RSIs is, of course, a break back through 50. That's bull chart territory. You can see that the 14 briefly broke above it here about a week or so ago. But other than that, very tough time trending over 50. So this play is going to need to see a little bit more volume, a little bit more buying pressure in order to push these RSIs through 50 and get up into a bullish area. This chart from a candle standpoint is relatively simple. A true bottom support there just over a nickel. It's mandatory that that holds. If that 5-cent area can't hold, we're going to see a bearish cross. We're going to see these indicators are all going to drop back down. We're going to see probably this ADX make a curl back this way, the negative DI make a move up, things like that. This chart will become a sit back and wait again. Wait for it to set back up if this bottom support can't hold. From a resistance level, there's two key points. 6 cents which was a solid support area right through here. Briefly dipped below it and went down, hit that nickel, came back up. Right now it's pinned against it, fighting it again. And 7 cents. Now this 50 day is dynamic. If it continues to trend sideways and it comes down, the 6.5 cent area could become the key area of resistance if this 50 day comes down and sits right on top of it, basically. That 50 day is a strong area of resistance. Right now it needs to move up, get through the 6.5 cents and get up here and challenge 7. That'll get these short-term moving averages underneath it, which is something that you always want to see the PPS in that position. We want to see it try and trend through that, and then break through the 7. And if it can break through 7 and get above the 50 day, it will have a reasonable shot at making a new higher high and breaking through this 7.5 cents. This chart starts with a very basic premise of 5 cents must hold and 6 cents must fall, and has to move up here and take on 7 cents and try and get over this 50 day moving average. The indicators are still in okay positions to allow that to happen. But again, if it can't hold, they're going to turn kind of ugly. If it can't hold this 5 cents, and it will be just to sit back and wait for the charts to reset. Again, this annotated video chart is merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decision. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. To begin learning technical analysis while on the All Penny Stocks website, click on the feature link for Understanding Pincher Plays and you'll be on your way. Thank you and trade smart.